Welcome back to Last Borough Standing, where we shine a light on the best of the Bronx. I'm your host, Irene, and I had the pleasure of interviewing Shane Miller, also known as Sir Shane Photo, a prominent photographer from the Bronx. We caught up with him at the grand opening of his first gallery, Just a Kid from the Bronx. The event was full of vibes, but I managed to grab him for a few minutes just to talk about his Bronx upbringing. How you feel? Hi, Last Borough Standing. I'm at Shane Miller, aka Sir Shane Photo's first gallery exhibit. Is this your first one?
My first one.
How you feel?
I feel amazing.
Yeah?
I feel amazing.
What made you want to do this gallery? Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
It's been so many years of me shooting, and I feel like it was time. I wanted to do this as a gift to myself. Really. So my birthday is next week, next Friday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. And I was gonna do it on that day, so it's like this is a gift to myself.
Yeah.
Like a reminder of all the work I've been putting in. No matter what it costs, I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about waiting on anybody or anything like that. It's like I'm gonna do this for myself and do it the way that I envision I wanted to. Yeah, and the location was a big part of it too, because growing up in the Bronx, but coming out here is where I learned a lot of my creativity as well.
Yeah. So you grew up in the Bronx. What part of the Bronx you from?
From Co-op, Section 5 to be exact. Yeah, man. But I started off in Gun Hill.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Jamaican, so you know.
White Plains Road, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So, being from the Bronx, like, what transpired in your life that made you want to go into photography?
The main thing was my family. So my family always had photo books that they did. We would take pictures with the film cameras and then print them out. And my grandmother always had the family. So just looking back at it, remembering the happy moments, and it was mostly candid photos that people didn't pose for. And just seeing the happiness in it made me very happy. And I wanted to recreate that in editorial top level way that reaches across the board, whether it be a corporation or anything like that.
Okay. Out of all the pieces that you have featured here, do you have one that's the most memorable for you, or your favorite? Do you have like a favorite?
I don't have a favorite. I have a couple standouts. A huge moment for me was the Kanye photo that's up there, because that's somebody that I used to have on my wall. I only had two artists on my wall my whole life. I had Kanye for a long time, and I had Pusha T. And both people I was able to photograph, and it's been a cool thing. So Kanye.
You low-key manifested it by putting it on your wall, and then it came to life. Sure. That's dope. Being from the Bronx, are there any particular neighborhoods or landmarks in the Bronx that hold a special significance for you as a photographer, or just as a person?
Uptown.
Of course.
Co-op.
Yeah.
The Valley. That's where I was raised at.
So it's home.
Yeah, so it's home. But I mean, everywhere Fordham. Just the memories, just walking down Fordham, like not going there to shop, going there knowing you're gonna see a bunch of girls, like just knowing like the type of vibes that we was on. So like all over.
What do you hope your photography contributes to the perception of the Bronx, both on a local level and a global level?
Oh yeah, that's the whole goal of this for sure. Like that's why the gallery is Just a Kid from the Bronx, and that's why it's on the window out here, because I wanted people to know, like, just because you're from the Bronx doesn't mean that the level of your work or anything like that has to be diminished. A lot of the people in here, the artists in here, they're also from the Bronx as well, and I wanted to highlight that too. The different levels that we can get to, doing brand deals with New Era, Saucony, getting calls and looks, like it's just so much that happens with people in the community. I want to highlight that as much as possible.
And that's why I'm highlighting you, because this is a Bronx podcast. See how it just comes full circle? So do you have any special projects here that specifically highlight any aspects of life in the Bronx?
I don't think it highlights aspects of it, but it shows a huge part of the culture. I had where I'm from, that basketball photo that's up there, just the community coming out together, and for fun, like it's no beef, it's no issue, just everybody just showing love and just having a good time. This bamboo photo right here, just like just the vibes of the culture. So I think these represent where I'm from.
Yeah.
But
What advice would you give an aspiring photographer coming from the Bronx?
stop worrying about other people. Stop crying on the internet. Stop saying people don't repost your work. Yo, go celebrate. Like, just keep working. Keep working and stop crying on the internet. That's what I'll say, because, like, if you keep looking at other people, you're going to be discouraged, and you don't know what anyone has going on. It's like, it's all perception. So just live in your perception, live in your world, and just do what you do, and you'll figure it out. Like, I'm not looking for the acceptance of anybody. Like, I just do my work, and it is what it is.
Yep. And comparison is the thief of joy. So I hear that. Last question. When you hear Last Borough Standing, what comes to mind?
Damn. We didn't get gentrified yet.
The last borough that's gonna withstand certain changes, hold down the culture, like in your opinion. What you think it is?
Of course, it's the Bronx. It's the only place. I mean, when I go to Brooklyn, I feel real comfortable. It's real mixed over there. Like I'm on certain blocks, and I remember specifically, I went to Brooklyn, and as soon as we parked, somebody got shot. Right. We went to a party and we walking down the block. There's white people outside laughing, having a great time. There's black people across the street arguing and fighting. And they just looking up at the fireworks together.
Wow.
And everybody, and it was duality. It was all of that. Everybody was just like happy to be there. So it was just one of them things. So the Bronx, I don't feel like in certain neighborhoods I go to, I need to get out of there. And in certain neighborhoods that I go to, and it's like, I still feel the energy of the essence. It's not always danger. Sometimes it's a lot of love too. So the Bronx still has that.
Well, thank you for speaking with me.
Nah,
I
thank you for
appreciate
coming.
it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.